So imagine this is a police officer, who's on time that protecting serve, and she shows up an hour late, and she brought her sister, which is cool because they was both cool as hell. We get to the bowling alley, right? We get to the mall that the bowling alley is in. Santa Fe Mall closes at like 10 o'clock.
Yep.
It closes, like everything shuts down. But the bowling alley is open till 12 o'clock. So they gave us a hard time getting them. So we tried to get in the mall, and we couldn't get in the mall. We had to get out the Uber, it was either taxi cab or Uber. We had to get out the Uber we was in, and then walk into the mall, and they let us in. They wouldn't let the Uber drive into the mall so we can get to where we needed to go. So we had to walk through the mall to get there. Let's speed it up a little bit. You guys will see that here, where we had to walk through the mall to get to where we was going, because mind you, you'll see all the stores closed. You'll see we didn't even know where we was going because they had never been to the bowling alley before. But it was a dope vibe, and we got inside. So when we got inside, King James and them hadn't showed up yet. Still hasn't showed up yet. But we got lucky because Keith, shout out to Mark Keith, that I met from Texas, from Daytona, from Florida, right? He was able to get there on time to hold the spot, because you're really supposed to get there at 9:30. So because we got there late, he was able to get there on time and hold the spot till we got there. Otherwise, I think we'd have lost that spot. Maybe King James, you can tell him about your because King James came more towards the post at the end of the event, like around 11 o'clock. I mean, like around 11 o'clock. So
yeah. It was like 10:45 we got there.
Well, give them some insight how you got inside, because didn't they turn you down too?
Yeah. So we had to walk around. So we walked on different sides of the mall. So what Steele did was he walked on one side of the mall. Then we walked on the other side of the mall. I walked on the other side of the mall. So I was able to find a security guard, and then the security guard ended up letting us in. But yeah, like you said, everything was shut down. Like you couldn't even get in there. And I had never did the bowling thing before, so I didn't know exactly like what side of the mall to go to. But we ended up getting there, and so it was all good, man. And I'm glad that she brought her sister, because I think you told me that she had brought her sister. I think that's why I didn't bring somebody else with me.
Okay.
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah. Yes, you did. Yeah. So I was like, okay, yeah, the sister's cute, whatever. So it's all good, man. But yeah, you could continue from there if you want.
Nah. So then after this, we were supposed to go to Club California.
Yes, California, yeah.
But the issue, and all these videos are on the playlist. If you want to check them, you can check them out later. We're supposed to go to Club California. Now, there are a lot of places outside of parking areas that you can go to. Two of the main streets outside of parking areas is La Setenta, which is 70th Street, which is in Laureles, and then there's 33rd Street. Is that also in Laureles or is it somewhere else?
Yeah.
Oh, and 33rd Street. They have different bars on them. But unfortunately, we went in two different taxi cabs, right?
Yeah, two.
And the first taxi cab they got there, huh?
I said because it was a lot of us, so we weren't.
Right, it was a lot of us. It was six. Yeah. It was like six of us. Eight. No, it was like 2, 4.
I thought it was like 8.
It was 8. It was 8 of us. So we went in two different taxi cabs, and the first taxi cab that got there said that they was like it wasn't open. So we ended up going to King James' house to just hang out. You know what I mean? It was a chill night. Night was ended pretty well. Let's just say that. And yeah, I think everybody ended up calling the raps around 3 o'clock. Now, mind you, this is on what? This is Friday night, so it's like Saturday morning at this time, right?
Yeah.
So now we're on Saturday. Now we get into it, and we're gonna take your questions, and we'll get into the prices. If you guys want to know any information on that, any particular information on spots, so if you guys got questions, once we get out of just explaining our experience, we'll answer any questions that you guys got about Medellin, because we've just been there.
Now hold on. Now hold on. So Friday night might have been calm for you. Friday night might have been calm for you. Yo, so okay, so the police officer, her sister left. I ended up getting her phone number, but like I I didn't get nothing that night. And guys, just for a disclaimer, like most Latin American, like, well, most Colombian chicks. Let me stick with Colombia. Most Colombian chicks, like, they not really gonna try to like get it in like the first night. Like the second night, yeah, but the first night, like,
Yeah, nah,
nah.
mostly not. And,
Yeah,
and another thing, y'all. Again, there are more than pros in Medellin. There are a lot of non-pros. We haven't even gotten to, well, maybe snacks. We haven't really even gotten to the pros yet, outside of snacks. So yeah, keep going.
yeah. So yeah, as I mentioned, like it's like the first, like the second day or something like that. Yeah, but like the first night is more of an introduction, and they'll let you know, like, hey, like, I like you and stuff or whatever, you know what I mean? Because like I was trying to get in with the sister, but like she's like, yeah, not tonight, you know what I mean? And I didn't really press it too much, so I was like, okay, I'll hit you up, but we had Saturday night, so I was like, and I had like I already have my rotation, so I'm like, if I don't catch you this round, I'll just catch you when I come back to Medellin or whatever, you know. But as I mentioned, so when they left, I had somebody who was already on my roster, and so she had just she was at what club she was? No, she was in Preventa. She was in Preventa, and so she ended up pulling up. And so wherever when you came over the next day,
Well, that was the same one that you sent me the picture of.
Yes.
Hey, yo, let me tell you guys. See, here's the thing. Here's what a lot of people who've never been to Colombia don't understand. Options. Imagine at 3 o'clock in the morning. I don't care how cool you are. I don't care how much swag, how much riz you have. I don't care how wealthy you are. I don't care what you drive, where you live. I don't even care how famous you are. It is extremely more difficult in any part of the states outside of Miami to actually get a chick to come over out of nowhere 3 o'clock in the morning. I mean, we went out with women. He had one woman there until 2 o'clock. It didn't turn out the way he wanted it to turn out, and he was ready to use. He was able to, at the last minute, easily use his options to grab something up. That is the benefit of places like Miami. I mean, like Medellin. That is the benefit of places like Cartagena. That is the benefit of places like Jaco, places like Costa Rica, places like Panama. It's not that you can get the best. It's not just that you can get the best woman or that you can save the most money. It's just that you have options like this. Go ahead, King James.
Yeah, and not only that, and I don't like guys who who do the P for P or whatever the case is. Like, so this chick has a job and all of that. You know what I mean? So she just happened to be partying, and I said, hey, like, yo, I'm right by Provenza, so pull up, and she ended up pulling up. And then the next day, so the next day, I'm on my balcony, and guess who I see? I see this guy right across the street from me.
Yeah. So, all right, so let me tell you. All right, so now we're on the final day. We're on the final full day. We left on Sunday, but the final full day was Saturday, right?
Yeah.
So Saturday, I had scheduled a film session to help my friend, Chef Emily, out with promoting her business, because I told you I'm all into small businesses and trying to help them grow, and I don't charge anybody for anything. I'm a very creative person. If you haven't seen my channel already, you can just go to my channel. I am very creative, and I had an idea, and she's been on my channel before cooking. I had an idea how to help her promote her business on filming. However, at the exact same time, I had this amazingly beautiful chocolate drop. Chocolate. You know I love my chocolate. Chocolate drop from MEDELLIN. Now, I'm going to foreshadow it a little bit. And tell you guys this real quick.
Really quick. Can I just chime in before you finish your story? I just want to say, because you said the chocolate drop, right?
Right.
And guys, you need to realize, like, yo, like, they are actually chocolate pies. People don't think that there's actually chocolate pies. There are chocolate pies. People say, oh, it's just all the pies are blanquita. Like, nah, they are actually chocolate pies. My fault. Go ahead, bro. That's
perfect timing. That's perfect timing. But amazing chocolate drop. Foreshadowing a little bit further, we had some complications. I won't speak too much about it because some YouTube stuff happened. We had some complications because she never told me she had a boyfriend. And a lot of you guys will see 90% of the women that I meet, you guys usually see on camera. But there's a significant 10 to maybe even 15, might not even 90, maybe 85, maybe even 15% that you guys don't get to see because they start off by telling me, hey, I know you do YouTube, but I got a boyfriend, but I still want to kick it with you. And I'm like, all right, cool. Because I don't care if she's okay with being with me, I'm not worried about her boyfriend popping up in my secure place because my Airbnb is secure. And how I move is secure. But there's about at least 10% of women that you guys don't get to see on my channel, or you don't get to see the interactions. You might see her on the channel, but you don't get to see the closeness of our interactions because I respect the fact that they don't want to be seen on the channel knowing that their boyfriend's going to stop them from doing something. For example, just hypothetically speaking, let's say I met a woman who was a beautiful woman. We hung out. Maybe we kicked it. And then she told me, "Yo, my boyfriend paid for my school. I don't care if you put me on the camera, but don't make it look like we, you know what I mean?
Right.
Don't make it look like we did something. Don't lead people to believe in that. And I can respect that because you told me, oh, your boyfriend do that. He paid for this. He do this. I'm not trying to substitute that, so I'm gonna let him keep doing that. I won't put that out there. But when a woman comes to me and she's willing to be on camera like this, and you don't tell me that you have a boyfriend, I'm not gonna hold back on how we interact. So some bad things did occur, but again, I think it was just difference of opinion, and I wish the best.